What you're looking at here is a 2021 John Deere 2032R tractor. Purchased new in 2021 in the spring. It had 1 hour on it. And the following winter, in the winter of 22, went out to start it, and it was about 15 or minus 10 C, and it wouldn't start. It cranked a couple times, and that was it, it died. Dealer came out, put another battery in it, seemed to be a bit better, but here we are 2 years later, and same problem. And I said to the dealer at the time, this tractor does not have enough battery in it. Just to let you see, we're set up for snow blowing. That's a custom linkage on a 54-inch snow blower that I built. I did not want to go with the 3-point hitch front mount. It was just a lot of money for only blowing snow. That's the only use I'd have for it. But we've got this little battery in here. It certainly isn't enough, and I'm in the process of going to change this out and put a bigger battery, relocate some of these wires, these cables. And as you can take a look at the rad, you know, for all the money I paid for this tractor, why the hell didn't it have a screen on it so that we could just pull that out and get this chaff and whatever else out there, instead of me having to get there and scrape it and blow it out with a air line and a vacuum cleaner. I just don't understand it. Here's the front grille. It is pretty simple to take off. It has just one plug here for the lights that are inside it. And when you get onto the tractor, although I think there's a bolt missing here, but there's two bolts here on this side, 2 on the other side, and on the bottom there's 4 studs. You need a lot of length on an extension to get them off, but you do that and it just pulls straight up. So that is kind of nice. Well, looking into this, that's the battery box. There's a couple of mounting bolts here that what I'm going to do is put a sheet of plywood in here to bring it up just so it's above that level there. I still want to use this well and be able to put a strap down and bolt it down better than what it is. The problem I got is that the batteries now, instead of being straight down, and this is a gel cell battery, the Die-Hard, it's supposed to be really good. I paid $315 Canadian for it. That's with taxes in. Non-spillable. It says right there on the lid. So what I'm going to do is, as I lifted this battery up, you can see that this is the mounts that they're using on it. I'm going to clean this off and just make it straight all the way down, and I should be okay to get that in that spot. Barring that, I would have to maybe fasten some angle iron all the way around on the top and make a false type bottom for the battery tray and lift the battery up. But I think I can do it this way. So that's the direction I'm going to go. Well, as I've looked into this, I think this is going to be the easiest way to remove that little bit of material off the bottom. And if you look right in there, you can see I've left just a little bit there. And it's a carbide plywood blade. I'm just going to push that through there ever so gentle and trim that off. So that actually worked quite well. That should just give me enough to get that into the battery box. I'm going to do that on all 4 sides, and I think this is going to work out. I cut a couple pieces of 3/4 inch plywood just to go up high enough to clear these bolt heads so they don't wear through the bottom of the battery. If you're going to leave the tractor outside all the time, I would suggest using maybe something other than wood that'll rot. There is marine grade plywood. I do have some, but unfortunately it's at my son's and I just want to get this done. And the tractor's always inside in the barn. Very, very rarely do I have it outside, and very, very rarely do I ever wash the tractor, unless it's, you know, I've been in the mud, kind of bogged down with lots of mud. I'll use a pressure washer on it, but apart from that, no. That's how the battery sits in. This cable looks close. I'm going to have to do a little bit more investigating. Possibly there might be a little bit of slack in it. If not, I'm going to have to reroute it because it does go back down and it comes around to the main terminal box on the other side. But apart from that, this is going to work out pretty good. I'm going to make a different style of hold down for the battery, and this one I've got some stainless steel laying around in the shop, and I have this small brake, what they call a vice brake, from Lee Valley Tools of all places. As I've had it for many years, it works really well. So just to give me a nice crisp corner and not try to bend it by hand and get a bow in it. Continuing on, I now have the battery installed. I did make a bracket out of stainless steel and utilize the same location for the hold down that they use on the stock battery. I've relocated, and you can see where I've cleaned the paint off. I put a little bit of grease around there. That's the new ground point. And apart from that, I did not have to relocate this cable. Probably would have been better, I suppose, if the terminals were on this side, reverse terminals. But I didn't pay attention when the guy at CarQuest was getting me the battery. I know I wrote it on a little piece of cardboard there and made a little picture, but neither of us looked at the time, but it doesn't matter. Worked out quite well. And next thing I'll do is put on this front grille, and that'll be about it. I have the grille installed again. 7 fasteners, 2 bolts on this side, 1 bolt on that side, and 4 studs in the bottom with nuts. That gives you an idea how it looks in there. Lots of room. Maybe you can see it a little bit through here, through the screen as well. So it's probably twice the battery. It's got to be, I'm going to say it's going to be twice as better. Anyways, thank you for watching. Well, as luck would have it, this location for putting the ground on is not suitable, as this is only aesthetic and it's not very well fastened to the frame. I got in the tractor, turned the key on, and wait for the beeper to beep, gave it a crank, and it went dead. There's no continuity. So the battery was good. I had 12.5 volts, but between the positive and the frame, all I had was 1.3. So that's certainly not enough. Right now the ECU is showing a code, possibly because of the low voltage. So what I ended up doing was taking a small hole saw, cutting through this plate, and putting a bolt through the frame right up in here, right there. So that way it's right to the frame. We got a good ground. I have started it, and it just spins it over really fast. So live and learn. And the grill, I don't need to take these bolts out here. All I have to do is take the 4 studs, 2 on each side, and you need at least 22 inches of extension. That's all I've got. I don't have a long 20-inch in a 3/8 drive, but it slides off real easy. It's made to be serviced this way. Thank you for watching.